I've got a feeling, woohoo, that tonight's gonna be a good... Has the Amazon delivery arrived?
No, the show's about to start.
The show's about to start? How long?
4 minutes.
4 minutes?
Yeah.
I haven't got...
Do you want me to go and get your drink?
Yeah, 4 minutes, I've not got a drink or anything. I need a drink.
You sort your check out.
LCTV starts in 3 minutes.
3 minutes! Jane! Jane! Where are you? 3 minutes!
LCTV starts in 2 minutes.
Where the blooming heck is Jane? Where is she? Only 2 minutes.
LCTV starts in 1 minute.
Has she gone to Asda for that drink or what? Jane! Jane, where are the notes for the show? Oh, God, we need the notes. Oh, I'll have to get them. Hello world, hello everyone.
Hello.
Who have we got? We got Scorn's been here for about 3 hours talking in Spanish and all sorts of stuff for Scorn. Hello Scorn, we're here at 3. Nick Muller still giving it to Fleetwood Large. Come out of lockdown, no one noticed. Who else we got to say hello to? Liam White.
It's Paul Maynard's birthday today. Happy birthday, Paul. Do you want to sing happy birthday to Paul?
Happy birthday to Paul. Happy birthday to Paul. Happy birthday, dear Paul. Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
All in tune, obviously. Daniel Teckers is here. Liam White says happy birthday. 1872. Jordan is here. Wow, it's a busy day today. We've got Nick Muller, obviously. Stephen Smart. Hi, Stephen. Who else have we got? Oh, Ipswich Rule. Is that right? Chelsea need to win, do they? Chelsea need to win today. Daniel Teckers is here.
Hello, Daniel. My favourite St Albans fan.
The St Albans Massive are in. Who else have we got? We've got 29 million messages from Scorn. Scorn 27. He was first. You were first, Scorn. You were definitely first in. Right. Is that everybody?
Yeah, Scorn's birthday on Monday.
Oh,
Monday.
favourite Rangers fan is here. Ryan Dunbar is here.
Hello, Ryan. Ryan's directed me to the top 10 chippies in Blackpool this morning on Twitter. There's been an article in the Gazette, and the Saddle Chippy is not in there. And Yorkshire Fisheries is only number 10. So there's quite a few in there that I haven't heard of. So maybe we need to go and check those out.
And we have Singapore has arrived. We've got Wong Kang Tai.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Wong. Brilliant. In Singapore. How's life in Singapore? How's lockdown? How's COVID-19 going out there, and football and everything else? We need to know. And you're Manchester United, I do believe, aren't you, Wong Kang Tai?
Yeah, Nick Muller says you're either going to get 2 London clubs or 2 Welsh clubs in the fight.
Hang on a minute. It's Scorn's birthday on Monday. Here we go again then. Are we ready?
No, we're not singing. It's not until Monday. It's not until Monday.
Oh, till Monday.
It's not until Monday.
Maybe
We'll sing later because it's near a Monday.
We could do it now, can't we? Shall we? You ready? This is another version. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scorn 27 for Monday. Happy birthday to you. I tell you what.
So Nick Muller says. Nick Muller says we might.
Everybody's gone.
Nick Muller says we might get 2 London clubs or 2 Welsh clubs in the playoff final. Yes, of course. We have Cardiff and Swansea, of course, and Brentford and Fulham. So yeah, that could be very interesting if there's 2 London teams. That'll be a bit tasty, won't it?
Who do we want to win that? Post down below. Do we want Cardiff? Do we want Wales to get in, or are we don't want Wales?
It'd be a nice story for Brentford, wouldn't it? If Brentford could go up. Fulham, I don't really care.
I can't believe Brentford, if they'd have just won last game of the season, they were up.
Swansea we like. Cardiff, I'm not really. I'm indifferent, really. But yeah, I guess. I mean, I like going to Cardiff and Swansea, so they're further away from us, aren't they? If they go up, so.
Non-league is returning in September, says Daniel Teckers. Well, we've been down this morning to AFC Blackpool, and we've been doing some filming down there with them training, and that's going to be on this week. So look out for that video. It's really good.
It's nice actually to be back at a football ground again. Yeah, and it's been a long time, really. So what
do we think of Jerry Yates? Well, to be honest, it's a little bit exciting. The whole transfer thing for Blackpool is unbelievable.
We've actually got some players before the season starts.
Somebody's actually accusing us of buying the league, which is we're in like an alternate universe. I can't quite believe it. We never buy anybody. I remember once I went to a pre-season. I can't think what year it was now. It was sometime after the Premier League when things were going wrong, and you went to this pre-season match at Bloomfield Road, and every name on the score sheet was a trialist. Just every one. And then they had Sky there, and he was saying, well, I can't really tell you who's playing because every name is a trialist. So we didn't have any players for that game. Oh, no, that was pre-season at Bloomfield Road. I remember it was shocking. And I remember somebody shouting out down in the middle, going, come on, trialist! I'm just thinking, who are these guys? Who are they? But we're actually buying players, and we're signing them on like 3-year contracts with a year extension.
We've got a decent sized squad already. I think we still need to strengthen, don't we, at the back?
I mean, what is going on?
Could do with a bit of strengthening.
Blackpool have bought 5 players. In fact, we've got a little bit of an interesting thing for you at half time. We've got a little bit of half-time entertainment today, and it's something that I'm looking to do with any of you lot as well, because we've had a little chat on a Zoom call with little Matt, and he's going to tell us all about what he thinks about the transfers, and it's a little chat, and it'll be our halftime entertainment. And if anybody else wants to be on a Zoom call, and just let me know, and we'll get some of you on. We can't seem to get you on live. That's the only
We'll get there.
The thing we're struggling with the technology is we can't seem to do it live to any sort of. We can't seem to get the sound to go with the video. And
But the first step is to do these Zoom calls and then slot you in.
You'll see it's a little bit of entertainment for you at half time, and I hope you all enjoy it.
He knows a bit more about football than we do as well, little man.
He does actually. Yeah, he puts us to shame. Actually, to be honest, I was agreeing with him a lot of times. I'd never heard of any of the players he was talking about. Okay, Wong Kong Tai. Singapore is going through plenty of retrenchment. What is that? Do you know what that is? Retrenchment?
No, going
Are you digging trenches?
Which is good.
What does retrenchment mean?
I don't know.
We don't know what that means. Should we ask Alexa? Alexa, what does retrenchment mean? No.
She's playing up at the moment, honestly.
I didn't say refreshment, Alexa, stop.
We were doing the 100k drop game with Alexa this morning, and we got question 1 right. So basically, you're given £100,000 to start with, and you've got to keep it towards the end by betting it on different answers to questions. So we got the first one right. It's great. We got the second question, and then she just froze, and I don't know. It's weird. She's not good at the moment.
Scorn's got a song already for Jerry Yates. We got Jerry Yates. We got Jerry Yates. Na.
Is that how it goes?
I think so. Is that how it goes?
We need to get Scorn on to sing it for us.
Yeah, we need Scorn to sing. Anyway, we've got Jerry Yates. Lots of Jerry Yates there. He's very excited. So Alexa can't tell us what retrenchment means, but we need to know. Swindon are raging. Yeah, they really are. They're not happy about us at all.
Very funny. They're even threatening to go for Keane and Dewsbury Hall to piss us
just to
off
annoy us.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it? We keep taking all the
Yeah, but of course they're in our league, Swindon, next season, so that could be pretty tasty.
So it could be a bit of a tasty game, especially if we bang 5 past him with Jerry Yates, gets an hat-trick, they'll kill us. All football is back on the 12th of September, says Nick.
Yeah, we're back, aren't we? The Premier League and the Football League are back on the 12th of September, which is exciting, but obviously it's like a month later start to usual, but they're looking to finish the same weekend in May as usual. So there's going to be a few more midweek games. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, how they're going to do that. Or maybe they won't do the League Cup this year. I don't know. Maybe that's a way they'll get around it. It's kind of a pointless cup, really, isn't it?
Ryan Dunbar is saying, any Wigan fans know anything about Leon Balogun for us Ranger fans?
Oh, are you looking to sign him? They need the money, don't they? I've been reading this morning that their appeal against their 12-point deduction is going to cost them £400,000 to £500,000 because they've got to pay the league's costs. So it's a massive gamble. I really hope they win because it's just such a horrible situation, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Going on. Ryan Dunbar says he'll download Zoom and he'll do it.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
Brilliant. So we'll have you.
Great.
So we'll have Ryan on. That's one in the bag. Get in. Wong Kong Tai says he means recession. Not retrenchment, right. So they got recession under control. Yes. Alexa, you're okay. You can go on about whatever you were going on. What was she talking about? Refreshments. 1872. Jordan says the Scottish Premiership is back next weekend.
Next weekend, blimey.
Wow.
With or without fans.
That's probably.
And with or without masks. I believe you've got to wear masks everywhere in Scotland. My friends are
Tangerine Tommy saying, imagine if Keshi Anderson and Jerry Yates score against Swindon. Well, it's got to happen, hasn't it? It's got to happen because as football fans, we all know as soon as somebody comes back to your club that's played for something, they always bang one in, no matter how much abuse you give them.
Ryan says Rangers have signed that lad from Wigan. So.
Liam White says he can download Zoom. Well, yes, of course you can.
Without fans in Scotland. So, oh gosh. So is there any plans to bring fans back in Scotland? Is there anything been said about that yet? I know they're sort of working on a slightly different calendar to us, aren't they? With the wind. Oh, Toon Army's here.
Toon Army. Oh, our favourite Newcastle fan, Sharky. Again, if you haven't yet subscribed to him, he's called Toon Army TV, and it's interesting because there's lots of stuff going up in Newcastle at the moment because they're waiting for this new owner to come through, and it's all been very exciting, but it's all struggling. Can you fill us in on it? Yeah, fill us in, Toon Army. What's going on up in Newcastle? One Kang Tai says, yeah, you told us that Preston would miss out on the promotion playoffs to the Premier League. They missed out on the whole thing, didn't they? It was marvellous. If you'd have been here, actually, One Kang Tai, we've been doing the live, score, and it's been absolutely hilarious watching Preston keep failing in the show, and we've kept the show going till nearly 5 o'clock just to make sure they've lost the game. So it's been brilliant. It's without Janie says. Ryan Dunbar says no fans. Daniel Tecker says Giroud will score against Giroud tomorrow. Oh. How old is Little Matt? Little Matt is actually he's 15. He's nearly 16. Little Matt, although you wouldn't think so, would you? You wouldn't think he was only he looks little, doesn't he? But no, he was full enough. He was playing a football match against Sebi's team, and Sebi's 15. And he played, put in a decent shift, didn't he? He had mud all over his shorts. He'd been going in he'd been putting a lot of effort in, and he reckons he's what does he reckon he's? A John Terry?
John Terry.
Yeah, he reckons
little John Terry.
I just think maybe the height's maybe an issue of him being a John Terry, but maybe a little midfielder, a little David Vaughan maybe.
So latest news.
Probably say with Liam with your age, you probably have to get your mum and dad on as well, obviously, because you're under 10. So we've got on those sort of rules. But if your mum and dad want to come on with you, we'll get you on.
Charlie Adams been released by Reading, so cue another few months of rumours of whether he's going to be coming back to Blackpool or not.
Yeah,
so.
Would we like him? We'd like him back, wouldn't we? We would like him back.
Well, I think we've got a lot of younger players, haven't we? I think we would benefit from an older head. And obviously he loves Blackpool, but there's been a lot of who would you rather have, Charlie Adam or Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, which is an interesting one, isn't it? Really,
it is.
It'd be great to get Kiernan Dewsbury Hall back. That really would be a coup.
Daniel Teckers is also going to be on a Zoom call. We'll get you on, Daniel. Find out all about New League. We'll arrange all these. If you add me on Instagram, if you're not already if you're not already on Instagram, but if you are on Instagram, just follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Direct message me, and we'll set it all up for these Zoom calls. But you'll see how good little Matt does today. He's good. So
he knows his stuff. Tuna Army updating us on Newcastle. At the moment, we're still in the dark about our club's future going into next season. We don't know what our budget will be, and the player transfers, etc. We're hoping for answers next week onwards. Yeah, it's a tricky situation, isn't it? Really,
it's just incredible, isn't it? It's just like why they're really messing about with it, aren't they? We've got there's a bit of football on today. We've got Harrogate are playing Boreham Wood. Yeah,
it's the National League playoffs today.
Oh, okay, so Harrogate are playing Boreham. That's 0-0 at the moment. Notts County are Barnet kick off at 5. York are losing to Altrincham 1-0.
That's the National League North playoff semi-final.
Okay. The other ones are all National League South. It's Havant and Waterlooville 0, Dartford 0.
And the other games tonight,
the
National League
Australia.
North.
So have you got any Australia?
We've got Boston United versus Gateshead tonight, and Weymouth versus Dorking Wanderers as well. So there's a lot of it's a big day in the National League. There's a great little video. I don't know if you've seen it. I retweeted it on Twitter last night that had been done about Harrogate Town. I think there's going to be a programme on. I think it's BT Sports, a documentary covering Harrogate Town. That looks really good. I mean, we don't have. I don't think we have BT Sport, do we? But just have a look at the trailer. The trailer itself is good about sort of how they were really looking forward to getting promoted and everything was going really well. And then they were the first club to have a game off because of COVID, because the club was directly affected by it. And then all of a sudden, football finished and that was it, and it's how they've survived to get through the summer, and now they've come back and they're in the playoffs, and how are they going to get on? It looks. I mean, they've done it really well. So yeah, have a look at that on my Twitter account. You'll see I think it was Ollie Bayliss that tweeted it originally, but it looks really good.
Wong Kang Tai saying now Leeds United are back in the Premier League. You can't wait to beat them at Old Trafford. So yeah, it's a big.
It'll be a tasty one for you, won't it, next season?
This is a tasty derby. It's been a long time since you played Leeds United in the top flight, innit? When was the last time they were in the top flight, Leeds?
I think it was 16 or 18 years. It's quite a long time.
It is a long time, isn't it? Yeah. Adam would be a good signing. I think he would. I still think he would be a great signing. He could do a job, couldn't he, in that division?
Haji is younger.
Who is my least favourite Blackpool player? Oh, blimey, God!
At the moment or ever?
Like in history, I've never, to be honest, I've always kind of loved them all, no matter how bad they are. Maybe
all of them.
Yeah, I like them all. I never hate a Blackpool player. hate a Preston player, but Blackpool players, I never hate them.
We used to have a goalkeeper.
I get
who I really didn't
infuriated
like.
with a few, but I don't really have much of a hatred for any Blackpool player, to be honest.
Reece Evans, the goalkeeper.
But least favourite. Give me I'll have a think on that about my least favourite Blackpool player.
Rangers play Coventry tonight, so after this live stream, I'll be watching that.
I didn't like him. I didn't like that. I didn't like Kornilenko. And I didn't like that Andy blooming, what was he called? The other. I didn't like either of them two. Andy Reid, yeah, he was blooming garbage. Yeah, he went to Forest. He was brilliant money, but for us, he was at Costa's Premier League. I didn't really like Kingston either. So
Tom Jackson's here. Hello, Tom.
And pick any one of those three: Kornilenko, Andy Reid, or blooming stupid Richard Kingston. He was a blooming nightmare. No, I didn't like him. That's it. He is my least favourite Blackpool player. That stupid goalkeeper. Rangers play Coventry tonight. Oh, so we'll be watching that. Oh, very interesting. Is that on? What's that on? That Ryan Rangers playing Coventry. Is that will that be on TV or is it just on like live stream? Hi Tom. Hi Tom Jackson. Toonami TV. I find it embarrassing on the Premier League's part that they allow the takeover to drag on this long without a decision. Well, it's just.
Well, you can kind of understand why it's taking so long because it's it's a lot of money potentially coming into the league, but also it's very controversial, isn't it? So on the one hand, they want the money, but
well, that's the thing, isn't it?
I think that's the problem.
They're greedy, aren't they? The greed of the Premier League, no matter where the money's come from, whether it's come from the blooming mafia or whatever, they'd want it, wouldn't they? Oh, Scorn is Edwards is his least favourite player at the moment. Sometimes he's all right, though, Ryan.
I don't mind him. There's no one I particularly mind at the moment.
No, there's nobody particularly at the moment. I kind of.
Toonami is following. He's not local non-league side Gateshead FC. Yeah, they're a good side, aren't they? They're in the playoffs today. Good luck to the Heed Army.
Heed Army, is that what they're called?
Jane.
Current pool player. Who's our least favourite current pool player?
Oh right, Ryan says they've got the George Hadji's son is at Ibrox. Wow.
Reese's Vlogs is back. Hello, Reese's Vlogs.
So just a little bit of what's going on in the world at the moment. It was the French Cup final this week, which did have fans at it. So they did say they were going to start letting fans back in. So they let 5,000 fans in an 80,000 stadium. Paris Saint-Germain won the French Cup 1-0 against Saint-Etienne. Neymar scored the winner, but Kylian Mbappe, who I always want to say Mbappe, he left on crutches and in tears after a bad tackle, which led to a mass brawl. So that was quite exciting.
Oh, no.
So that's your French Cup update. So it sounded very dramatic.
David Scholl says Tony Diamond was his least favourite. I don't think you liked Tony Diamond.
He was a little bit before my time, I think.
Oh, Tom Jackson has reminded me, yes, of Chopra. Oh my God! I mean, he was such.
We had a few strikers, didn't we, at that time that were just.
He was never out of the bookies, was he? For God's sake, he was a nightmare, wasn't he? He was great, wasn't he, for Cardiff? I thought we signed Chopra, it was going to be amazing. He was absolutely.
Well, there was a few around about that time, wasn't there? We had like Stephen Davis, and we had a few others that were. And who else was that one? There was one that was really it was really good for me on Championship Manager, and we signed him, and he was rubbish as well. Jordan hates Potts now, but liked him when he was at Blackpool. Yeah, he was a bit of a controversial one, wasn't he? That you either loved him or hated him.
We just weren't going then, so I don't know what he was like, really, to be honest. I saw him in that, the final on TV, but I just wasn't. I wasn't going.
Ryan, you see more of Coventry than I did, so can you give us a rundown on what Coventry are like? And it's on Premier Sports and Rangers TV. Well, we were just very angry with Coventry, weren't we? Because we were winning against them and then lost.
Yeah, that was a terrible day. And, of course, Larry made 3 substitutions. And, of course, Fons got injured in the last 7 minutes ago. And we lost with 10 men. It was a bit of a disaster. Lee and Cheryl Linsky are here. Afternoon, Lee and Cheryl.
Ryan, I can't give you much more information.
Are we okay?
We're okay, yeah. Re Coventry, I was drinking a lot in Birmingham that day, so I don't remember too much about it. I do have some Coventry City news for you, though, today. They're going to stay at St Andrews next season. There was rumours that they might move back to the Rico.
Wow.
But they couldn't agree on a deal with their landlords, who are Wasps. And this sounds like it's irretrievably broken down because now Coventry are looking to build a new stadium in conjunction with the University of Warwick on some of their land. So And that sounds like really positive news coming out of Coventry finally, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
So it just sounds like they don't have a good relationship with Wasps.
I hope they do stuff it right up that Wasp, because they've been awful, haven't they?
And they're looking at building like a light railway and road coming into this new stadium as well. Wow. So they've got so they can get the fans in. So yeah, that's brilliant news for Coventry. I'm really pleased.
Wong Kong Tai is asking, do you think there's pressure on Simon Sadler and Neil Critchley to achieve promotion to the Championship this season?
I don't think there's pressure. I think they'll want to do it. Obviously,
I think their own pressure, isn't it? I think their own pressure. I think Blackpool fans were just so happy to have got rid of the Oystons
and Simon Grayson.
And Simon Grayson, yeah. So we're so happy about that. And the fact that we're actually going back and watching football games, it's not like the be all and end all if we don't get promotion.
We just want it to be not shit, don't we? Really?
Yeah, we just want to see good football. That's it. We just want to see that sort.
And we are going to. Yeah. And to be honest, League One, I really honestly don't think it's that difficult to get out of if you've got anything about you and if you can be consistent. Because you look how weak it was last season.
It's pretty even Stevens, isn't it? Really?
You've got Fleetwood in the playoffs. You've got Wycombe winning the playoffs. Anyone who's got anything about them who could put a decent run together. And you look at, we're starting off on the right foot, aren't we? We've got a very exciting manager. We've got the players coming in who seem to have the right attitude and they're excited to be here. And it sounds like everything's going in the right direction. Yeah. So hopefully, now we've got Larry out the way.
I was talking to a couple of Blackpool fans in the week, and we were talking about the Tranmere Rovers game where we lost against Tranmere Rovers 2-1, but that second half Blackpool was so good. They were just so good. It was just, I think there was a goal. I can't remember. There's a goal disallowed, wasn't there? And it was just a wave after wave of attack, and Tranmere were hanging on. And to be honest, you came out of that game buzzing. I mean, we were happy for the Tranmere fans because they needed the win anyway, and we were going nowhere.
Not that it did them any good.
No, it didn't. But what a fantastic game of football, and that's what you want to, you want to see. You don't want to see a team never getting out their own half and passing across and passing back and just defending. And no, you want to see that swashbuckling, attacking Ian Holloway. The way that
I can't say that word.
The way that Liverpool play football. If Neil Critchley gets Blackpool playing in that Liverpool sort of style, we'll be over the moon just to watch exciting football again. Whether you win or lose, it's just great. Anyway, it's great to have football back on any level. Well, it was. Let's have a look here.
It wasn't really that great, to be honest. If you're going to all the away games, it wasn't that great. So.
Scorn is asking, how am I? How am I? I'm a little bit. I think I've had too many sweets today.
Yeah, I can't get a word in today. Don't know why I bothered taking these notes, to be honest.
We're gonna let Jane have a chat in a minute. There's so much chat going on. Daniel Tecker's my two local sides are the two local rivals, St Albans and Hemel Hempstead. Okay. What's going on in Scottish football? Don't ask, just play the Benny Hill theme tune and you get the gist. Oh God, is it that bad again? Oh, sorry. Boreham Wood and St Albans are big rivals.
Boreham Wood, yeah, they're in the playoffs against Harrogate Town today.
So Hemel Hempstead and Boreham Wood are your two rivals. Liam White says, "My master says I'm a Lily White." Yeah, well, that is a problem, isn't it? It's a problem whether we can have a knob ender on our Zoom calls. I'll get shot. Pete Dix is hello, Pete. How are you? Pete Dix was the original. He won the very first prediction game, and there was no prizes, and he never won it again. But he did actually win it the first time, and there was no.
Is he the only winner of the prediction?
He's the only winner. The only time we ever got a winner, and it was
the Odeon tickets. Now we've got them.
He didn't want. I don't think you wanted them, Pete. Did you? I mean, you can have them if you want them, because we never got rid of him.
Yeah, not necessarily bad players, but bad standings for Blackpool at the time. Well, Blackpool wasn't a good place to be at the time, was it? So.
Scorn went to Blackpool yesterday. Are you in Blackpool? So where are you from, Scorn?
Liam went to Blackpool yesterday.
Scorn.
Oh, Scorn as well. All right, everyone's in Blackpool.
Everybody's going to Blackpool. So where are you from then, Scorn? Tom Jackson says, what do you think about clubs voting to curtail the league because they couldn't afford to play without fans, but will now start next season without fans? I do feel for teams like Tranmere. It does seem a bit like double standards, doesn't it?
Well, I think fans are going to be allowed back in. I think they're just trying to agree how that's going to work. I was just having a little read of the grassroots, the FA's grassroots football, rules for fans, and they're saying no more than 6, clusters of 6 fans together, but obviously they've got to be socially distanced from everybody else. So I think the league have just got to figure out, they've got, where are we now? 25th of July. So they've got, 8 weeks, is it, until the league kicks off to figure out how they're going to manage the social distancing, whether it's you're just going to let your season ticket holders in, and I'm pretty sure they'll figure something out by the 12th of September to let fans in.
Maybe. Scorn hates Ulverston. Well, we almost can't say the word, to be honest. It's a terrible word.
I'm surprised it doesn't come up. You've got to, allow that in as a swear word.
Yeah, it should be on the swear word checker.
Oh, Ryan, your mash should say I'm a playoff bottler.
It should, absolutely. Preston. Nothing's made us happier than Preston not getting in the playoffs, I'm afraid to say. Blackpool deserve to have a fresh start for next, with the rubbish we've had to endure since Premier League relegation in 2011. Couldn't agree.
Yeah, well, we thought we were having a fresh start this year, didn't we? Just the football was just terrible. So it was a shame, really. But yeah, things are being done better. I think Larry came in quite late, didn't he, as well? He didn't really have time to bring in his own players before the start of the season. So that was all a bit rushed. At least now, we've learned from those mistakes, and we're doing it properly this year. So yeah, exciting time. It's great that we're putting in 6-figure bids for players and outbidding, because other clubs don't seem to have the money. I don't know where we've got it from, but it's I'm not complaining.
No.
Dave Harrison, the kit man from Chasetown. Hello, afternoon from a soggy Chasetown. Hope you're both well.
Hello, David. We'll definitely have to come and do something on Chasetown, won't we?
Yeah, we will. It's not raining here today.
Yeah. Leon Sharolinski says giving a like on our stream. Yeah, so everybody else, if you want to like, do like the live stream, because it does help, the YouTube thing. If you get lots of likes, it just helps the YouTube algorithm, as they call it.
Are you back in training at Chasetown now, Dave? Is that all going? Are you able to use the dressing rooms? How are things different? What are you doing differently down there? How are you managing everything? Must be a little bit tricky, especially in the rain.
Ryan Dunbar has got Zoom downloaded now, so message me tonight. So we'll definitely do an interview with Ryan. Toon Army TV. You haven't watched Newcastle United for the past 15 years. Pass the ball backwards, stay in your own half, 30% possession, negative tactics from Steve Bruce, and the rest gone before.
Yeah,
and that was never Newcastle, was it? No. It was always attacking football at Newcastle, wasn't it? It was always exciting. Pete Dix has no problems about the fact that he won the prediction game. Nobody ever got anywhere near it after that. It was like a miracle to win it.
Did you change the rules after that?
No.
Was that with the really hard rules?
I can't remember. I did have a rule change, didn't I? I remember when I told Bestie the rules. We had to change it to Bestie's rules because my rules were just ridiculous. I think Jill was on earlier, I missed it before, but Ben is out at the gym.
Oh, right.
Ben is at the gym, so he's joining us later. He's at the gym.
Oh, very good.
He's putting us to shame.
That's going to be after the pub last
Putting
night.
us to shame is we're gonna have to start getting to the gym if Cosvlogs is going to the gym.
Don't be ridiculous. So, just a bit more on the news. What's going on? The preferred bidder has pulled out of the Wigan bid, Wigan takeover bid, but there are 5 other bidders. So hopefully they will still get saved. Have I mentioned the appeal against 12 points is going to be on the 31st of July. Which, as I did mention, is going to cost them £400,000 to £500,000 because they must pay the league's costs. So that's not great, but I really hope they win that appeal. That's so important.
Liam White wants to go to a Blackpool game.
Also, don't we all?
Great, wow. I'll tell you what, you might be in trouble with your Preston North End mates, but we'll see. I don't know if you've got any PNE mates.
Oh, it's raining in London now.
Ryan Dunbar says it's that bad. The SFA board losing votes for control of powers, false reading of COVID tests, Hearts and Partick Thistle court case. Need I say more?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh
so
dear. Yeah,
well,
that doesn't sound so
well, Nick
clever.
summed it up. Rains it London. So there you are. It's, Pete says give the things to charity if we want. Oh, cheers, Pete.
Ipswich have 110,000 season ticket holders and 31,000 ground. No problem for us spreading fans around. 110,000 season ticket holders? Did you mean that?
Is that 11? Should that be 11,000?
11,000, I think. So, but still, it depends how distant they've got to be, really. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be no away fans for a while to give you that extra capacity.
Tom Jackson saying he keeps seeing us linked with more and more Swindon
I
players.
know, it's hilarious, isn't it?
Who's the other ones? Let us know. Yeah, so that's 11,000.
Yeah, I did
tickets.
see another one actually. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, there was another one.
Daniel's DM me on Instagram. That's great. I'll have a look at that after the show, Daniel. Thanks. We'll get in touch.
No pressure, but Simon Sadler said his project was to help Blackpool to achieve promotion to the Championship within 3 years.
Yeah.
So that's still another year, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think that's definitely doable. I mean, not if you're Sunderland, obviously, but we're not Sunderland, so I think we can do it.
I believe Wong Kong Tai. I believe that this is it. We're going up this season.
We believed that last year. As well.
Yeah, but then we got Larry.
You going? That's a joy of a new season, isn't it?
You always have to believe.
You've always got to have your hope and believe.
You have, which is what was the problem with the Oystons, because there was nothing to even dream about anymore, because we had the dream and it didn't make any difference. So, they kicked all the dream out of you. They killed the dream, which is what every football fan has to have, that dream that you're going to get promotion. It's just, things are going to be good. You're going to buy new players and, all that sort of stuff.
Paul says it looks dark in the background today.
Does it?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Well, the sun's not shining today.
The sun's not shining, yeah. So it's not a sunny day, so the sun's not coming into the back room. So.
Tsunami says, you watch Newcastle now and we're so predictable. We lose our better players to rivals above us. No wonder fans have given up. I don't have much hope in the takeover anymore. The decline is real. Oh dear, you sounding a bit down there, Sharky. You never know. You never know what's going to happen. You don't know what's around the corner in football, do you?
Can we suggest, Ryan Dunbar wants to suggest a round for the quiz? You certainly can.
Yeah, you can.
Sunderland will struggle this season. They may well do. Liam White has sent me a picture of his most rare football shirt on Instagram. We shall check that out.
We're linked with the guy who's from Swansea, who was on loan at Swindon last season. He's a goalkeeper.
Oh, gosh.
Do we need another goalkeeper, though?
Does our scouts have a season ticket?
Possibly. Well, they did well though, didn't they, Swindon? I mean, have you guys seen the videos of Jerry Yates' goals from last season for Swindon? Because blimey, he looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He knows where the goal is. He's hungry. He reminded me of Scott Taylor in that he'll just smash them in. He knows where the goal is. He'll get them in the right place. His penalties, oh my God, his penalties are so good as well. So yeah, very, very good. But yeah, I do love our goalkeeper. And maybe we do need a bit of competition, but there's rumours that Sharkich's brother might come. He wants him to come. So.
Oh, a club crest round. Guess the club.
Oh yes, that's a good one.
That's a good
it?
one. Yeah.
That is a good round. Yeah, let's do that.
We'll have a bit of that.
I'll add it to the. I've started the quiz actually. I'm a little bit early with the quiz. Let's do instead of the football cards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. Well.
Right.
So everybody spam up on the club crests
yeah.
over the next few days.
Yeah, get an advantage for coming into the live stream. You get
all those suckers that didn't come in. They're not going to know the answers, but you guys are going to know the answers because you're going to have swatted up on all the
but you don't know which club crests we're going to.
No, you don't. But you've got to know them all.
We might end up with like Welsh clubs or something.
Clubs from Australia.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that could be a good one. I bet there's some really interesting ones as well, isn't there? So yeah, that'll be interesting for us to put together. For Lee to put together. He does the picture rounds.
Tom Jackson says we've only got Maxwell and Sims at the moment, so I'd say we need one of Sims. He's only a young lad.
Yeah, he looked good though.
Have we only got? I thought there was somebody.
No, they're all gone. All the other ones.
Oh, so we don't need to go.
Yeah, my fumble's gone, and the one from Rangers has gone back, and there was another one. I think it was ridiculous. We did have about 5 goalkeepers, didn't we? So, but Maxwell was the best by a mile. I mean, he is so good.
Toonami Sharky's saying, Sharky, I don't know. He's got a little bit of hope for the takeover, but it's like the rest of them. They get bigged up online and then it either fizzles out or falls through. He's trying to keep positive though. So our hearts are out to you, Sharky. I'm sure one day you will get rid of that bloody owner.
Well, we never thought we'd get rid of our owners, and we did. So there's always hope. We are actually. Tom says we're being linked with Omar Bogle, who played for Cardiff last season. How Nick Muller saying, how will they control Leeds fans? They will just turn up at away grounds. Well, I mean, the thing is, if they can't get in, they'll just give up on it at the end, surely, won't they? I don't know. Oh, Jack Annick's now at St Mirren, says Ryan. Wow. Oh, here we are. Daniel Teckers, he was playing his guitar for 2 hours on a live stream and his fingers need a rest. Oh, blimey. Yeah, 2 hours. Tight with your nose, Daniel. Tight with your nose. 2 hours of guitar plucking on a live stream. That's very good, isn't it? Oh, that's great. Yeah. Did you have many in for that, Daniel, for your guitar sesh? Were you just playing guitar or singing as well?
Yeah, and Jordan's also says that we've only got Sims and Maxwell left. Jack Anick is now at St Mirren, yeah.
Have you guys seen that Yaya Toure has been training at Leyton Orient this week, which is pretty remarkable. Leyton Orient in League Two. He's there. He's been playing in China, and he's back over here. And his agent approached Leyton Orient and said, "Can he train with you just to keep fit?" So he's aged 37 now, and it looks like he's going to be heading abroad once travel restrictions have been eased. But yeah, that must be great for Leyton Orient playing with Yaya Toure.
Oh yeah, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just imagine they can learn from. And of course, Leyton Orient have got their shirt sponsored by Harry Kane next season, so they're well connected, aren't they?
That's good, isn't it? What do you all think of the new Blackpool kit? By the way, I like it. I really like the new shirt. I think it looks great.
It's a bit like Swindon's, isn't it?
It's like, yeah, it's yes, we're copying Swindon. I do believe it's like Puma's standard sort of kit, but I think
they're
it
like
looks,
a template now.
I think it looks really nice.
I think it's good. I'm glad it's not patterned. It's not too dissimilar to last season's, really, is it? But it's I like it.
Did we see the rumour about husband to Bolton?
Nope.
No, I've not seen that at all. Why would anybody go to Bolton? I tell you what, bloody train wreck of a club, innit?
Yeah. And they're being very nasty about Wigan, actually, which is upsetting me because I love Wigan. So I never used to hate Bolton really as much as a lot of other Blackpool fans. But if they're going to keep kicking Wigan when they're down, then yeah, I could dislike them very quickly.
A big question from Ryan Dunbar. What's the weirdest transfer rumours you've ever heard of? I'll start with Brazilian Ronaldo was supposed to sign for Rangers for European Games. True story. No kidding.
Just for European Games? How would that work? Yeah, that's a pretty weird one, isn't it?
So yeah, post in the comments below. What is your weirdest transfer rumours that you've heard?
Have we been linked with anyone weird?
We haven't been linked with anybody for years.
No.
We never really got any. The only transfer rumours there ever were. We just were never getting them because somebody else was in for them. But they've always been very tight though. Blackpool on tight-lipped, haven't they, on transfer? They don't give a lot away. All of a sudden,
well, the thing is though, they also never used to deal with agents, did they? So now there's agents involved. You might be hearing about them a little bit before because they're trying to generate maybe interest with other clubs. Perhaps that's what the difference is. I don't know. Sharky says it's not about being rich. I want an owner who cares about the club. Well, same here, don't we all? Mike Ashley's been here too long. The board don't communicate with the fans. That's poor. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, ours aren't the best in that respect. They do keep a lot very close to the chest.
Yeah,
it's the small things that mean a lot. Yeah, it definitely is. It's like, I mean, there was just a few little things when we went back. When you go into, when you went in, there would be men there opening the doors for you when you walked in. In the hospitality and the club shop and into the hotel and going up to the bar, and that was lovely. I say it's just the little things, isn't it? You're right that really matter, that you just don't really think about, but it's lovely to have when you have it. So it doesn't cost anything. Well, it costs to pay the men to go on the doors, but
Lee and Cheryl Linsky, they've got to nip out to grab a few things. Catch us on our next stream. So have a great day. Hope it's not raining where you are.
Don't forget your masks.
Growing on me, I think.
Oh yes, Wong Kang Tai says, "Are you guys making the away trip to Plymouth to see Ryan Hardy?" Of course, yes. They put a bid in, haven't they, for Ryan Hardy? Yeah.
Do you think he'll go? Do you think we'll let him go?
I
don't think it's in the plans, is he?
I don't really know. There's obviously something that hasn't been right there, and if they want him and he's happy, he'd rather be there, and we can have some money to spend on somebody else. Then
Ryan's saying that the kit's growing on him, and it is a bit like Swindon and a bit like Newcastle. Oh, so are Newcastle Puma as well? Are they Puma? Because I suppose all the Puma kits will be pretty similar. Tom Jackson saying maybe we've got a man on the inside at Swindon. If we buy all their players, how strange would that be?
Well, maybe it was Richie Wellens because he's like, look, lads, I won't come and manage you, but you can have all our players. I'll bring them on. We'll be your feeder club.
Toonami says he likes the new kit. You can't say the same for Arm, which was released on Thursday afternoon. It's a West Brom 2.0 kit from the Championship 1920 campaign. It's too basic for me without any effort. Oh dear. Have we seen the price of Man City's kit, Pete Dix? £120 for a shirt with a name on.
That is obscene.
But with free delivery.
That is really, honestly, it's just so bad, isn't it? You can't how much does it cost to make a kit, really? It's just it just sickens me. It really does sickens me. This football at the top level at the moment.
I just
I
don't
was
get
looking
it.
online at there was a non-league team that is selling theirs for 20 quid. I'm like, yes, that's more like it. If they can do it for 20 quid, why do Man
Yeah.
City have to charge 120? They
There was
don't have to charge it at all. They just want your money, don't they?
There was a fantastic kit for who's the team that went out and they've come back. They had their kit at green. It looked amazing, and theirs was about 20 quid. Yeah, but I mean, I don't get Man City, right? They've got the richest owners in the world that could basically give the shirts away for free because they earn. How many billion pounds they earn a year? It's ridiculous. They haven't spent a penny, basically. The interest alone covers everything.
Maybe it's to pay the fine for the financial fair play for Europe.
Just honestly, it's sickening. £120 for a kit. Well, I wouldn't buy one on pin. I hope nobody from City buys one. They all wear like old shirts just as a protest.
Has anybody seen Lincoln City's new shirt?
Peter?
It's very retro. I'm not quite sure. They seem to love it, but I'm not really sure how I feel about it. It's like red with very narrow white stripes on it. Have a look and let me know what you think.
Who's kit?
Lincoln City.
Lincoln City. Oh,
yeah,
right, okay.
it's-
You like
it's-
Lincoln as well?
I love Lincoln, yeah. Well, I'm on like their fans boards and everything.
Peter Crouch going to Chelsea. Ooh.
Poor Maynard, I love the new kit, but I need them to open the shop so I can buy baby clothes and the new top. Well, yeah, they're online, aren't they? The online shop's open.
The
Apparently
online
doing very
shop's
well.
doing really well. The only trouble is, though, you don't know what the sizes are like. Yeah, I like to go in and try them on because like last season, the away kit was so tight fitting. I even got a double XL, and I'm normally just a large. It just honestly, it was so tight. So you don't know what to buy, without trying them on. Are we making the away trip? Yes, we are. Of course, we are. We're going to do it. We're going to do it together, aren't we? We're going to make a weekend of that one. I'm quite looking forward to it, to be honest.
Plymouth's quite nice.
I think the secret to it is actually having a good time out of it, really, and
Making a weekend of it and doing other things while you're down there.
Yeah.
So it's not like you go all that way, watch us lose, and then have to come straight back. If you actually made a weekend of it, like I did at Lincoln, I was crying after the game at Lincoln, wasn't I? But it was just the most amazing weekend because I just made the most of it. So that's the key.
I think Jane's opened our eyes to going away and actually making a trip out of away days rather than just, like you say, I used to just, go in the car when my dad would get there half an hour. In fact, sometimes we were even late. We missed the kickoff and all that, and then come out losing and go home and drive home and get back in 1 o'clock in the morning, all that sort of stuff. But Jane, obviously, she just loves to make an adventure of it all, don't you? And find out all, and go and obviously with the vlog, we can go and film around the town and show show the town off and show you guys what it's like. And it's kind of changed everything. This channel has changed the way we look at, the way I look at football in many ways. Even away fans, I look at them a little bit differently now because
they're just like us.
We're trying to make relationships with different clubs, and we're loving the whole experience of football.
Should we just get up to date on the messages before we go to Little Mac?
Yes.
It's half time.
Okay. Are you guys making the way to? Yes. Ryan Dunbar says a true story. European games only, and I don't know if you have former players. We're supposed to sign him.
Jardel.
Tom Jackson, Charlie had a name being bandied around again after his release from Reading. Of course, he's always going to be linked with us, isn't he? But I thought he moved away, hasn't he, now as well?
Well, his house is up for sale. I don't think it's been sold. Do you think he's too old now to do a job for us? Well, it depends what sort of job, really, doesn't it? I think, he's got that experience he could pass on to the younger players.
The deals have been getting done quickly, apart from Yates. They have been getting done very quickly. And to say the transfer window hasn't actually opened yet, they've been done very, very quickly.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to agree on a fee, weren't they, with Yates? I think that's what.
Tom likes the new pill kit, but I feel it could have been a little bit more creative. I like the white collars now, the white shoulders. I think it looks really good. Liam is a member of Cod's Vlogs. Yes, but Man City have a pretty pattern shirt, Puma shirt.
Oh, hi, Aid.
Hi, Aid. Yeah, for 120 quid. Beautiful. Toon Army have been Puma since the 2010-2011 season. We're supposed to leave Puma this summer, but for one reason or other, we extended for 2021. Yes, well, that's it. If people do buy it at £120, they will charge that money. So I hope to God that they just boycott that shirt. In fact, if I was a City fan, I would boycott the shirt.
It's really obscene. They're expensive enough, and I don't know how much are the Blackpool shirts, and they're still expensive.
They're still
it's
going to be
something
about
like
£50.
£70 or something. It's
Oh,
a
they're
lot.
70 now.
It was something that just seemed like a lot to me when I was looking.
It is.
120 is ridiculous. £20 enough, isn't it, for a football shirt? It's not as if they're made of great material and they last forever. You know, the badges come off in the wash, don't they? And
Ian Weiss is going to watch Rotherham last year, our favourite place in the whole world, Rotherham. Well, good luck with that. It's the most miserable place you could ever go to. Tangerine Aid, ordered the new Pill shirt, but last shirt I purchased was 5XL, only because I checked the side guide before buying. Yeah, it was so tight. It was ridiculous.
£65 for Newcastle. I mean, it is still expensive, isn't it?
It is. It's a lot of money, £65. It's especially if you've got a few, a couple of boys or something. And they want the home and away kit. One Kang Tai say Man City and UEFA are a disgrace for how they deal with the financial fair play. Pete Dix thinks that the Grayson experience has made Saddle look forward, not back, presumably why Evo wasn't considered. Toon Army says 10 multiple season I was meant to say. Right, okay. We're coming up to half time now. This is totally new. We're gonna have a little break. You guys can watch this. This is the first of a Zoom calls that I want to be doing with people like you. So if you want to get on the show, we can't do it live at the moment because I just can't figure out the technology for someone already. It just won't seem to work. But
it's just a 5-minute little.
This is a 5-minute break, and this is an interview I did with Little Matt. So here we go. Right, there's lots to talk about at Blackpool, isn't there? I imagine you're pretty excited at the moment.
Oh yeah, brilliant. The news about Jerry Yates the other day, just brilliant news. But we've got the striker in now we needed.
Yes, I think he looks really exciting. Actually, I've seen the goals he scored last season at Swindon, and he looks class, doesn't he? And he's happy to be in. He's talking about promotion and ambition, and all this sort of stuff. And Critchley's talking about promotion, so I think that bodes well. Do you? I think it bodes really well.
Oh yeah, like the ambition he's got of the club. Like all the new players, like Kashi, Michael, have talked about the ambition of the club, and it's true. Like there's a massive ambition to go up. And players like Jerry Yates, we can buy into them. Like, he's a really good player.
Yeah.
It's good we've got him in.
Yeah, absolutely. We're also looking at, James been telling me, we're looking at somebody called CJ Hamilton, a winger from Mansfield Town for 300,000. Have you heard about this?
He scored 14 goals one season. So he's like another winger we can bring in.
Oh,
so I mean, he's a good promising lad. So, hopefully we get a deal over the line.
He sounds very excited then, doesn't he? We're signing quite a few academy players as well, aren't we? I don't know if you've noticed there's a few signing for the academy.
Yeah, we are. We've signed a lad from Salford, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we've also signed 11.
Have we?
Brilliant.
11
players I saw the other day.
Wow, that's really good, isn't it? So, I think that's the future, and that's what we should be looking at, really. I think that's going to be the strength of Neil Critchley.
Yeah, getting that young talent in for the club for the future, getting them involved in cup games.
Absolutely.
With Tony Weston last season.
Have you heard any rumours, anything in the pipeline?
I've heard Adam Lewis for Liverpool. He's a young lad. He's 23 years of age.
Right.
And he's a central defensive midfielder. And apparently Critchley was hoping to pair him with Matty Virtue next season. Obviously, he knows a lot about Matty Virtue.
Yeah.
But nothing's happened. I've Jason Lowe as well. A swap deal with Jason Lowe and Ryan Edwards from Bolton.
You got your ear to the ground, little Matt.
Oh, yeah. I've been all over the news looking at it, What else to do, really, during lockdown?
Yeah, so we've signed quite a few, haven't we? We've signed this Oliver Sarkic, is it, from Burton Albion?
Sarkic, yeah, Burton. He looks quite good, I feel like it'll be someone we could bring off the bench later on in matches to, get over the line. I don't think he'll start every week with the quality we've got, but yeah.
And Kaikai's looking fit, isn't he, from the photos we've seen?
Oh, Kaikai, yeah. If we get some free kicks from Kaikai like last season,
if he stays fit,
will be going mental.
If he stays fit, it'll be great. We've signed Marvin Ekpateta, the defender from Leighton.
Is it Ekpateta?
I think it is. We're not quite sure. How do you have you heard it pronounced any other way?
Ekpatia. No, I can't even pronounce it now. Michael, call him Michael.
Michael. Okay.
Michael.
And Keshi Anderson was the first one, wasn't he, from Swindon? That was the first one in.
That's the guy I'm getting on the back of my shirt. I told my dad it. That's the guy I'm getting on the back of my shirt this season. He looks brilliant. He's the talisman, I feel, this season for us.
Yeah.
He just looks class. He's going to be class. I don't know if you see, Brentford, signed Ben Rama.
Who?
I think he's going to Ben Rama.
Right.
Ben Rama at Brentford, yeah. I feel like he's going to be like him or like a Pablo Hernandez at Leeds.
Yeah.
Will get us those goals, yeah. Just every day I keep telling myself, Blackpool's going to come back, and all the drama of the Championship and the Premier League relegation, that's helped a lot.
And Preston not making the playoffs was...
Preston not making the playoffs, brilliant. That draw against Luton, yeah. My mate said to me, like, they've bottled it, and I was like, nah, they've not. But they have now.
They have totally bottled it. So what's your
look,
prediction anyway for the season, Matt? Do you reckon we're going to go up?
There's a lot of strong teams in that league. The likes of, Barnsley dropping down, we probably will. Hull dropping down. You've got Ipswich and Peterboroughs. I feel if we get a good run together, I say it every year, but I don't see why we can't challenge the top two. Like, we've got the team, we've got the players, we've got the manager, owner, training ground. What have we not got,
Yeah.
Top two, definitely. I'm saying Barnsley will finish first, we'll finish second.
Right, that's an early season prediction from Little Matt. You heard it. You heard it here first. Thank you very much, Little Matt. There we are. So there we are. It's our first Zoom break at half time. So have you all been out? Well, we want to know, did you have anything prepared for half time? So have you got what are you drinking? What are you eating? And did you enjoy that? And do you want to be featured? Is it something, I know Ryan wants to be on. Did you enjoy it?
I'm drinking water in a Tiny Rebel glass. And also, I'm wearing a Tiny Rebel t-shirt today as well. So I'm all Tiny Rebelled up. And I'm not eating anything. Although, did have a very nice curry last night from Gulshan on Talbot Road. Yeah. Which is really, if you're ever having a curry in Blackpool, they are really, really good. And they even sent me a calendar at Christmas. So I obviously use them quite a lot. But the food is amazing. It's even coming from Walsall. There's a lot of curries around there, a lot of curry houses around there. But that even possibly tops anything I ever had down there. So that's great. So so what are you guys eating? What are you drinking? What did you think of Little Matt?
Well, Ben's here. Hello, Cosbogs. He said he loved it. Great stuff, Matt and Lee. And I'm sure if we twist his arm, we can get Ben on, can't we?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm sure Ben would do a Zoom call with us. We'll get Ben on. Let us know whether he's got time. He's at the gym. He's at the pub. People are buying him. They're sending you drinks over to your table, Ben, and all that.
William says Blackpool shirt's £45, he believes. So that's still expensive, though, isn't it? It's not 20.
Little Matt certainly
20's
keeps.
plenty.
He says he keeps his ears open. Yeah, good listen. Good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's interesting. And we're going to be doing a few more, hopefully, with you guys and get you on. And Ben says he'd love to. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Great.
So...
yeah, well, let's sort that out then.
We'll do a Zoom call with you, Ben, that's for sure.
Ryan's asking how the pizza was. Yes, well, I had a cheeseburger pizza from Domino's. Really flat, really extra thin crust. And it was very nice.
It was great.
Although there was a gherkin on every slice and it was a bit too much. I like gherkins, don't get me wrong, I like gherkins on a burger. But on a pizza, on every slice, it was like Marmite, you can have like a little bit of Marmite on toast and it's fine, but if you put like too thick, it's too much. So that was the only feedback I have on the cheeseburger. I would have a different one next time. But
hello, Rain. Hi.
Hello, Rain.
Yes, welcome back. From where was Rain from? Was it from Australia?
I'll leave that one with you.
Where are you from?
Where are you from, Rain? And is it raining?
It's Australia, isn't it? I think Australia Rain is from. Pretty sure it is.
Just a bit of exciting news today that I picked up this morning. It's actually Football Pride today, which I didn't know was a thing. I don't know if it's been a thing before, but I happened across that. There's a website, www.footballvhomophobia.com/Football Pride Festival, that tells you all the programme. Now, this is going on at the moment, and there's some very exciting things happening. There's all sorts of things. There's 4 different stages. There's a FIFA World Cup tournament, and there's also a social stream going on. There's so much. I mean, it's really worth having a look at this to see what's going on. There's so much football stuff going on today. Footballvhomophobia.com. Tonight, there's two things of particular interest that I might be popping in on. It's 7 o'clock. There is a European football quiz.
Oh.
Which is a European football quiz jointly held by the European Gay and Lesbian Sport Federation and Charlton Invicta FC for Football Pride Festival. And at 7:30, which does clash with the quiz, on one of the other stages, is the worst football song ever contest. The worst football song ever contest. And that's running from about 7:45 to 9 o'clock. So join our guest panel to judge the worst football songs ever that you have suffered your ears to. Start time 7:45.
Wow.
Our experts give their opinions, but in the end, it's your vote that counts. So I think... Are you up for watching that tonight?
We're up for that.
7:30. The worst football song. But there's all sorts of stuff.
And what's this on again? Tell them again what it's on.
It's actually on Facebook.
It's called Football Pride.
Yeah, Football Pride. The website that's got all the schedule of everything on is footballvhomophobia.com. And if I can tell you what the Facebook page is, I mean, if you're friends with me on Facebook, I'm interested in this event tonight. So let me just you hold the fort while
Lawrence Taylor is tuning in. Hi, Lawrence. Trying to get in before Gateshead's playoff semi-final at Boston. That's a big one tonight. I think Toon Army TV's been following Gateshead as well, has he? He said he's been following Gateshead. Liam White loves FIFA, which is great, and so does Rain as well. Yeah, lots of people play FIFA. In fact, for some people, it's the only football that they've been getting over the last few months is playing FIFA. So it's kind of kept a lot of people going, I think, in lockdown, because it is really realistic actually when you play. Even when you watch, Sebi used to come round and play, and I'd watch him, and I actually enjoy watching it because it is like watching football. It's very similar. Tom Johnson, have either of you heard anything about season tickets for next season yet? I guess they'll need to work something out in the next few weeks and then let fans know. Yeah, they've not said anything. They have asked, there was a thing where you had to decide whether you were whether you wanted to just let the money go to the club, or whether you wanted your money back, or whether you wanted the money, put towards your season tickets for next season. So there was... That email came out. We responded to that. They've just recently given us the money back for the away tickets that we bought to go to. Was it? It was Plymouth away, wasn't it? And Portsmouth away and
Shrewsbury and
also
Peterborough.
Peterborough. What happened to the Peterborough tickets?
I don't know.
So we're going to Peterborough as well.
It's Peterborough Shrewsbury, yeah. But maybe they haven't refunded everything.
I think we've been shafted.
Yeah, we might have been. Yeah, if you just put Football Pride into Facebook as well, it does come up with all sorts of different events, some of which have happened and some of which have not happened yet. They've had the FIFA tournament draw they've had. Sharky's
saying that his main club is Newcastle, but yes, he likes to watch Gateshead at the International Stadium. It's proper passionate football lower down. I would actually say that probably it'd be good for you to do some vlogs on Gateshead. You pick up a load of subscribers from that, I would think. We've just been down today filming training at AFC Blackpool and just finding out how they've been going on with the lockdown and where they got players, and it's been really
friendly club, didn't they?
Yeah, it's been really interesting. We had a bit of a laugh with the players and everything. It's a lot more accessible and amenable than we're finding it with Blackpool at the moment. We are trying to do things on Blackpool, but they're not too keen at the moment.
David Scholes says the worst song ever is PNE, 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 especially as half of them can't remember the words. Yeah, what do you think is the worst football song ever? So it's Eurovision for football songs. Yeah, no, Eurovision's good. I like Eurovision.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I watched Eurovision this year because they didn't have it on, but they had like a show where they showed all the songs that would have been in, and it was really good. There were some great songs as well, which I hate to say, I actually quite like some of the Eurovision songs, which are...
Yeah, they all good. I was actually listening to, I asked Alexa to play me a Eurovision 2020 playlist, and she's playing me all the songs from the show Eurovision.
Well, it's on your bucket list. It's on Jane's bucket list to go to Eurovision.
Yeah.
So
and we can book it as well.
So we're going to do that. So we will do Eurovision.
So you may see us in Rotterdam next year.
Oh my God. We're going to do a Eurovision vlog.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I'll never live it down. Daniel Teckers has direct messaged me.
How many subscribers you'd get from vlogging Eurovision, especially if we drove to Rotterdam.
Oh, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We'll be doing it. I've got a direct message on Instagram from Daniel Teckers on non-league creators. On a non-league creators account.
Sharky does vlog Gateshead games when he's watching the Heat. They need to have much needed promotion.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good. I didn't know you had done.
I mean, who have we got there? We've got York, Altrincham, Boston, and Gateshead. I mean, yeah, I mean, Gateshead are a very big club, aren't they, at that level? So
what's this to get into?
This is to get into the National League. The conference.
Oh, to get in the conference.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big game.
Well, I mean, York City. We do like York City. We do like York City. Altrincham, Bolton, Boston, So yeah, I think I got a fancy Gateshead there. Gateshead York final maybe. Ryan says there's a thing in Scotland called pie sports where you pick a formation, say 4-4-2, and you would 4 types of one pie, 4 types of another, and 2 types of another, and a bovril all sent to your door. Oh wow.
Pie sports. I like the idea of it. Pie sports.
Pie sports.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, things with pies, they give me indigestion. I can't really eat the pastry. So that's a lot of pies. That would be a lot of pies for me.
You just eat the middle bit, don't you?
But it's very Scotland.
It is very Scotland.
Lawrence, did you go to York away with Gateshead on the August bank holiday last year? Oh gosh. Yeah, but that was a great trip.
Yeah.
I went to York. Last time I went to York, I think it was in one of the cups. Was it the LDV or something? We played up there, and it was a midweek game, and I stayed on a B&B on Bootham Crescent itself. So that was nice. I didn't have far to go after the match. York's lovely.
What's the most money you've paid for a food item at an away day, James says
Well, I mean, I did have a very nice pie at Crystal Palace, but I can imagine that was also very expensive. They're like gourmet pies. So I can't remember. It was a few years ago now. But I imagine that would have been it. I mean, I was quite shocked with Oxford this year. That was quite expensive.
Some of the London ones are expensive, aren't they?
Yeah.
They do know how to charge down there, don't they?
But it's just not even ever any good. Apart from those Crystal Palace ones, if that was like £5 a pie or whatever, that would have been worth it because they are just amazing pies. How about you, Ben? If Gateshead don't go up, it will be good to do it again and see their new stadium. I've never been to Gateshead. I've not done a lot of that part of the world.
York are favourites to go into the National League, says Sharky. He reckons they're second favourites on calibre of club. Gateshead got wrongly relegated to the National League North in 2019 when they originally finished in the top 10.
How did that happen then?
We need to know more about that because we don't know about that. It seems Striker212 says we got to rank Blackpool vlogging channels from worst to best.
Well, we're the best, obviously.
The best. Yeah, well, can we vote for ourselves on that? Obviously.
Yeah.
Well, we're in the football content award, so we've got to be the best.
Pete Dick says, "God knows what Man City's pies cost." Yeah, it's probably a tenner, isn't it?
I think it's hard to say really on worst to best because
Liam says it was £10 for the Chelsea programme. Oh my goodness, this is just ridiculous.
That is expensive.
They definitely don't want the likes of us going, do they, to football at that level anymore? I mean, you were saying the other day, weren't you, about how they might be letting people in boxes to see matches before they start letting the fans in. I just got this vision, this terrifying vision in my head that I could actually see happening of just grounds that are just all boxes. All boxes, so they all get all the corporate money and they just don't have.
But no fans. It'd be
use
terrible.
it under the guise of social distancing, keeping people safe. Actually, just to cut us out completely. I can just, you can almost write a Black Mirror episode on that, couldn't you? Where that actually does happen. You can imagine. It's terrifying, but it's actually not that far away from reality. You can imagine, can't you?
Just going back to Blackpool vloggers, we like He knows Hub.
Maybe I should do that. Do you think I could do that? I could write like football, sci-fi, dystopian things.
Hey, maybe you could.
To go on like an anti-Sky channel, like Channel 4 or something.
It's Ramos is great, obviously, because we like to watch It's Ramos because he films it from the north. So things that we don't see at the south, I can catch up on it on It's Ramos. You get that view from the north stand. So that's quite good. There's that guy with that young kid. What's he called? He's really funny.
TV? Is that,
no,
or is that someone else?
No, it's more like Tangerine. I think it's Tangerine TV, isn't it? Where he has the young boy. He's really good. You love No signing for Blackpool.
Oh, yeah.
We want his catchphrase.
God, yeah,
What's he
great.
called? What's he called? New signing for Blackpool FC.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. We love him.
I've
What's he
forgotten
called?
I've forgotten his name. He goes on the BSA buses, doesn't he?
Yeah. What's he called?
Oh, he's great. Yeah, I think he's probably my second favourite actually, above Ramos. Oh yeah.
It's just great.
got a bit of
We
personality,
like, you know.
hasn't
So there's not many I don't like. I mean, there's, you know, the thing is, there's a couple of young
Oh,
kids.
there's Little George as well.
Little George,
like
yeah.
Little
I mean,
George.
some young children are starting to do it, and it's one of those things where. You know, and we're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but you
But we're getting
learn
there.
so much by just doing it. You know, doing a football vlog. It's a lot of hard work and you know, the edits and stuff, especially the away days when I'm getting the footage through at like 10 o'clock and I'm trying to get it on, and I'm up till 5 in the morning editing a video, and then it goes on, and you know, you get 35 dislikes and all that sort of stuff. It's hard. It's not an easy thing, but it's really interesting, and it really makes you watch football in a different way. And Jane loves, you know, filming things for everybody when she's away, which things she's looking for, which she wouldn't have been looking for on a normal away trip. She's trying to find interesting things
Like
for
dogs.
you, like dogs and pies and beer, obviously for Jane.
I was always looking for beer. I'm not going to lie. Ben says Everton £4 for a hot dog. Burnley pie £3.80. And scroll down a little bit.
Pete Dick says, God knows what Man City's pies cost. Well, if the shirt's 120 quid, the pies must be
so
fortune.
10 or £15.
Yes, £5 for a
Oh,
scarf.
that's not. Is that obscene for a scarf? I think that's all right, isn't it?
What's this? Bought chips.
Oh, Wembley was really expensive. I went to Wembley last year to the for non-league finals day for the FA Vars and Trophy finals, and that was ridiculous. That was something like, I did a blog about it. It was something like £6 a pint. If it might even have been more than £6 a pint. It was obscene, and you're stuck in there because for non-league finals day, I don't know if you know, they have the FA Vars and the FA Trophy final at Wembley on the same day. So you're watching two matches. Your entrance fee, it's got like, you've got a quarter of the ground each. So like the one team in the Vars, one team in the Trophy, the other team in the Vars, the other team in the Trophy. So you've got like a quarter of the ground each. So everyone can sort of be in there at the same time and watch both matches. But once you're in, so you can't take your own food and drink in, so you've got to eat and drink what they've got there. The prices are really obsessive. So Wembley, I've remembered now, Wembley is the worst.
Jordan said he bought chips and juice at the Etihad last year was £7.50, flipping heck.
Wow.
Programme at Chelsea for £5 in December was
We're not
Dan
liking
Tucker's.
Manchester City.
Now, here we are, the news on Gateshead from Sharky of Toon Army TV, our favourite Newcastle FC vlogger. So if you haven't subscribed to him, please do so, Toon Army TV. Gateshead finished the 2018-19 National League season in the top 10. The club got a points deduction, then ended up finishing around 17th and 18th, then got kicked out to the league below, which was wrong.
It's all sounding a bit wigging, isn't it? So what happened? What did they get the points deduction for?
Oh, that sounds
Napper's mum's here. Hi, Jill. Fleetwood Town are the most amazing chairman. He's always making sure drinks, meals and snacks are affordable. The kiosk staff are so lovely and welcoming home and away. Yeah, it does sound like a really lovely club, Fleetwood.
Yeah, we've got to concur with that, actually. We were treated very nice at Fleetwood. It was lovely, you know, and stewards can make or break it. And no, they were really friendly and really, you know, we're quite happy to join in with the filming and everything. You know, it was really lovely, really friendly club. And
I went corporate at Fleetwood once, just for a random match. I'm not quite sure why, but and that was very good. Very well looked after there.
Yeah, and they seem to look after Ben very well as well. They're very keen on doing things with him, which we wish it was the same here, but it's not quite.
But the thing is, the more you get involved with the club, and maybe the more, you know, careful you have to be about what you say, perhaps, and we can kind of do what we want, can't we? Not that we'd say anything bad anyway.
Ryan Dunbar says, back in the day, about 25 years ago, Rangers used to sell burgers for about 70p.
Oh, yeah, that's the
yeah,
future,
those were
isn't it?
you love that now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I just love like edible food at a football ground, to be honest, would be
£40 for food, drink and a sandwich. And Chris, where was that, Liam?
Ridiculous.
That's incredible, isn't it?
Do you guys want to see VAR in League One? No.
You know, it's funny, this VAR thing, because my dad bless him, he was always going on about, they need some sort of technology to get these decisions right because offsides, because of Maradona's underdog goal and all that sort of stuff. But it seems worse than they can't even get. You'd be all right if they actually got it right. But the other thing that I don't like about it is when you score a goal, you're not quite sure whether to celebrate or not. You got to wait to check whether it's a goal or not.
Maybe have it in like playoff finals or World Cups and whatever. But there's no need to have it everywhere all the time.
Yes, Chris Lomas 14 is Chris is very good, and we'll hope to get Chris on actually, on a chat. But Chris was really good, but then he's kind of lost interest. But I don't know if he's back now. He started doing a few things, but yeah, he's quite creative. Chris, I like him. He's got a bit of a filmmaker head on him, which is something that I like people who are creative as well as just filming the football, and it's there's got to be a bit of creativity in it, a bit of imagination, which is what we've tried to do a little bit different than everybody else. But yeah, Chris is very good. Daniel Tekers will put us on top. Thank you very much, Daniel. We do appreciate that very much. We're hoping the Football Content Awards agree with you.
Yeah. Tangerine A, talking of the National League, did either of you watch David Haythornthwaite's weekly 15-minute videos on running a football team? A very open and honest bloke. Was impressed with him. Worth a watch.
We haven't.
I do have some AFC file news though. They're not.
What's that on?
They're not legally challenging their relegation. They're taking it on the chin.
What's that on, David Haythorn?
Was it on the AFC file website? Was it?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. He gets a lot of bad press, doesn't he, David Haythorn? And he does say some controversial things, which don't always put him in a good light. But he always, he always seems to, he's done a great job with AFC File. It's an amazing place, and Sebi's at the academy there, so I can't be too critical. That's the Premier League for you, says Lawrence Taylor. Gates said charge less for beers. Yes, of course. And you can drink a beer, can't you, at non-league?
Yeah, you can.
Can you take it out onto the...
Yes, you can. Apart from for FA competitions. You can't do it for the FA Cup, but for league games.
Cos Vlogs said he honestly wouldn't put any other vlogger over us. Make it interesting. I love that. Keep on the bullet. Thank you very much. We'll take that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll have a glass of champagne on that. Thank you very much on that comment. Thank you.
David Skull, all vlogs are equal, but some vlogs are more equal than others. John Breeze. Oh, hello, John. Jane, any chance of doing the rest of the broadcast in your Brown Hills accent? Go on, get a goo. Yes.
Do you have a Brown Hills accent?
Well, I think hopefully I've lost it now. I was just saying the other day, wasn't I? I was watching the video back from Tuesday, thinking, I actually sound like I'm from Blackpool now.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
But there is some that I still say. I think there's some things that I still say. I'm like, I can hear it. I think it's like the number 5.
4.
That's a bit sort of, I can't say.
It's got
an extra syllable in 5, and I can't get rid of it.
The thing is with Blackpool, and I've always said this, we don't. The Blackpool accent comes. It's from so many different people that have lived in Blackpool, so it's kind of it's obviously the north of England, but it's a kind of a non-accent. So wherever you go, wherever you stay for a while, you'll start picking up. And you can't remember how you talked. If I go to America, I start speaking American. If I go, I remember my best friend moved to Sheffield, and when I used to go over in the summer on a week's summer holiday, I'd come back speaking all juicy fruit, and I'd be all Yorkshire and all this.
Well, then Karen's lived in Scotland for years, and she's still got a Fleetwood accent, and Robbie's in Catford, and he's still got his Fleetwood accent. It's a Fleetwood thing, where the Fleetwood one never goes
Does
away. Fleetwood
have like more of a northern, they don't have the Blackpool accent. It's the Blackpool accent, you just lose it. But as soon as you come back, you start talking Blackpool again. It's just very strange.
£6 a slush. That is a lot.
Ooh, where was that? £6 a slush.
Tom says I'll let them use my remaining season tickets for NHS staff rather than have the money back myself.
That's very kind.
Hey, thou ace. Tom Jackson, the worst food prices I paid away were at Wembley. Yeah, ridiculous prices inside there. They are, and you're stuck, and you can't take your own food in, and it's not even that great. They had a lot of interesting looking places, but for the non-league finals day, a lot of them weren't open.
Oh, Gates had breached multiple financial rules. Would have been liquidated if it wasn't for a fan group. Oh. Ryan Dunbar said, God's honest truth, I was at Motherwell a couple of seasons back, asked for a cheeseburger, not replied back. Would you like cheese with that?
I don't think they were listening to you. Were they?
What was that video I was watching the other day from
that was that
Jimmy?
local
What's he
vlogger,
called?
wasn't it?
Jimmy.
He was in here the other week. Jimmy somebody.
Yeah, his name's just gone. I'll find it for you. But they went to McDonald's on the front. It was really funny, and they must have misheard him. But he got a cheeseburger without the bun. So when he opened up, it was just like a really flat piece of burger, and they're only the burgers.
I think he'd ordered it on the.
Yeah, I think he'd ordered it wrong, so he got a burger without a bun, and it was just a piece of flat burger with a piece of cheese on it.
Just to go through what I've got on my list here today, which we haven't gone through yet. It's the FA Cup final on the 1st of August. That will be Arsenal versus Chelsea, so I have no interest in that whatsoever. The league's starting again. We've discussed that, haven't we? That's going to be starting again on the 12th of September. But the Europa League final is the 21st of August, and the Champions League final is 23rd of August. So they're talking about maybe the teams that are still involved in Europe may be able to start later. How they would work that, I don't know. But Man United and Wolves are in the Europa League still, and City and Chelsea are in the Champions League.
Ben saying for £7 for away fans at Fleetwood, you get a hot food item like a burger, a pie, a hot dog, then a snack, crisps or chocolate and a drink. It's not bad, is it? I think that's on AFC Files YouTube channel with David Haythorne. We'll take a look at that. Yeah. Lawrence Taylor, yes, you can take beers at grassroots level. Can't do the same at Gateshead though.
I suppose, yeah, National League, isn't it? Yeah. From like step 4 and down, you can, I think, can't you? But
Blackpool blog is good, I think Liam White was saying with there. I'm with Ben on that, even for Rangers vloggers, which are few and far between. I'd put you ahead of them. Thank you very much.
I've actually been followed on Twitter by a Rangers podcaster. I'm not quite sure where I picked these people up from, but that's good. Mr. Moley's here. I hope you haven't been talking about me long. No, I did miss you, though. Yes, glad you're here.
Daniel Texas says, last time at Clarence Park when St Albans scored, I accidentally kicked over a beer. Oh. So we can start now, says Mr. Moley. That's all right. So we can start the channel. The mole has arrived.
We haven't had any jokes today, Mr. Moley, so perhaps you can chuck a few in.
Yes, all of David Haythornthwaite's videos are on the File website.
Have you had your magazine delivered yet? Because I've had mine. This is I'm going to be reviewing this in lieu of a book next week. It's Escapismo magazine, which I know Mr. Moley's ordered a copy of. My copy came this week. It's
beautiful, isn't it?
It's £10, but it's like a book. The quality is amazing, and it's got no adverts in it or anything. And
it's properly bound, isn't it? It's properly
it's not something you'd chuck away. It's Escapismo capturing the beauty of football. Football to all of us in some way or another is a form of escape, a release, a way of taking our minds away from anything that may be going on in our lives and channeling our energy into something positive. It will always provide us with a sense of belonging and the feeling of being a part of something bigger. What would we possibly do without it? Well, we found out these last few months. We do live streams and quizzes about it. But yeah, so I'll be reviewing this in my review next Friday. So you can buy it online.
Isn't it?
There's no adverts in it or anything. No. It's just content. Some beautiful photographs. So
and they sold out, didn't they, on the first?
They sold out the first issue. So yeah, look out for what I think of that later this week. And Mr. Moley, have you had yours yet?
Mr. Moley says that Fleetwood can't have an accent. You have to be able to string a coherent sentence together first.
Gosh,
I tell you what,
Fleetwood bashing again, aren't
Fleetwood
we?
bashing. It's just Napper's mum has actually been ranting something. Tom Jackson, Old Bloomfield Road, I used to really enjoy the hot dogs. The ones they have now are just like tinned hot dogs. Yeah, nowhere near the ones they used to grill in the past, like the jumbo ones.
I'm always disappointed. I buy hot dogs sometimes, and I'm thinking, I'm sure I used to like.
I don't
hot dogs,
like them in a boiled thing.
No.
We went to Germany, and they have like the big verse things, don't they? But they're all on those things where it's kind of it's like on they're laid out and the things rolling round, and they get all like the dark brown burns on them, and beauty, absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, the ones at the German market.
Yeah, no, they're really nice hot dogs, but Bloomfield Road, they're just watery, aren't they? They're not really all that good.
No.
Forgetting Rangers, Jane, in Europa League. Did you forget them?
Oh yeah, obviously Rangers are in the Europa League as well. Yes.
Denver Bars
so
team.
they're going to overlap then, aren't they? They're playing last season's competition and this season's competition at the same time.
That's incredible. Denver Bars team will play Manchester United in the next round. Napper's mum, talking of accents and whispering to you and Jane, my older sons who have a very strong Preston accent. scones, not scones. Oh,
Well, what is it, scones or scones?
I don't know.
We say scones, don't we? Scones, scones.
Scones.
Oh, we don't really have them, so we don't.
It's not the scones that's the problem. It's the Fettler accent, isn't it? Preston. It's terrible.
It's last day of the Premier League season tomorrow. Is also something I have on my list. Again, not a little interest in that. But there's a competition for Norwich are already down, but it's between Villa, Watford, and Bournemouth at the bottom. Bournemouth are on 31 points, so it's not looking so great for them. Villa and Watford are on 34 each.
It's tight, isn't it? Ryan Dunbar, if you've been picked up by a Rangers podcast, I'll give you a head start for when you visit us, Jane. Brilliant. Okay. Wong Kong Tai says Sheffield Wednesday and Derby County could get further points deduction and get relegated to League One.
Oh well, this could be this could be good for Wigan.
This could save Wigan, then, could it? Really? Why? What's up with Sheffield Wednesday and Derby? Are they in trouble?
I don't know.
And Mr. Molly says his escape Ismo hasn't arrived yet. However, the final ever Q issue was delivered earlier. I've been a subscriber for over 25 years. Had to see it go, even if it had gone down recently.
Yeah, I think sometimes maybe you can. I don't know about Q magazine, but sometimes things. It's like pubs. People say, "Oh, it's really sad that this pub's closed," but like if no one's going, then there's a reason why these places close. So I don't know.
Still Fleetwood bashing Paul B. Just a tram stop in Blackpool. Still, Ryan Dunbar, we play Bayer Leverkusen next Thursday. Going to get knocked out, so next season's competition won't affect us. Okay.
What was the podcast apology? I don't know. Let me have a look. On Twitter. It was.
Ben's come back with the fact he's a bus stop in Blackpool.
Oh, it's WATP for all things Rangers. Download the WATP app now.
WATP. Do you know those, Ryan? Have you heard of those? WATP.
They've got 21.3k followers.
WATP.com.
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
Pass. Ryan might know.
WATP. If we can just find out from Wong Kong Tai what's happened with the Sheffield Wednesday and Derby County, that would be great. What's the scores at the moment? There is a few games of football. We've got Harrogate beating Boreham Wood 1-0 in the National League, and Altrincham are actually 1-0 up on York.
Oh,
which is good for Gateshead, isn't it? If you're saying York are the favourites. Is this just a one-off game, or is it over
this is the playoff semi-finals? No, one-off, I think.
Oh, one-off. All right, so right. Havington Waterloo Villa still beating Dartford 1-0. And then we need to go to the Australian A-League for Phoenix. We've got Wellington Phoenix and Adelaide United are drawing 1-1, and Melbourne Victory 1, Western United FC 2. So there is football going on.
To Australia though?
We have to go to Australia.
Oh,
We've got Australians in the.
It's summer pools. Is it?
We've got Australians in the thread now, so it's all we've all gone Australian.
Okay, we haven't mentioned Ollie Turton signing a new deal at Blackpool. Which is good because he can play in a few positions, can't he? So he's a bit of a utility player, a bit of a workhorse. So that's nice to have. Southend United, their winding up petition has been adjourned till the 16th of September. Regarding an unpaid tax bill, but they're hopeful of getting that sorted out. But that's another club in a mess. There's a lot of them about. Obviously relegated from the Championship, maybe not. Who knows what's going on there? But at the moment, it looks like Charlton, Wigan, and Hull are down. So Hull is a great away day. Some cracking pubs in Hull, so that'll be done. Wigan, I mean, I don't want Wigan to come down because it's just a ridiculous situation. But if they do, I love Wigan. It is one of my favourite places in the world. Actually, Wigan, I love Wigan. The pubs, the people, well, you'll see why. I'll do a fantastic video and blog when we go to Wigan. I've already done some Wigan ones. If you go onto my blog, janestewart.co.uk, you'll be able to read all about what I think of Wigan and some of the encounters I've had over there. I've been offered a cider by a tramp at a bus stop, and shown a woman's tattoo. So the characters. Honestly, Wigan is just the most amazing place. Charlton, meh.
Ryan says you look too innocent to be a tiny rebel.
Well, yeah, Tiny Rebel. It's to say it's my branding of the day is Tiny Rebel. I have my Tiny Rebel glass, which is actually empty now, which is not good.
Mr. Moley went to a Robbie Williams concert recently. Ended up sat next to an over-enthusiastic insurance salesman and thought it all. He offered me protection.
Oh goodness me! Yes, we did ask.
Yeah,
for
we should
it,
sing
didn't
that, shouldn't we?
Mr. Moley? Yeah, Tiny Rebel.
And through it all,
one of my
he
favourite.
offered me protection.
One of my favourite breweries, Tiny Rebel. Wigan
gosh,
could stay
Mr.
up, and
Moley's
Sheffield
back.
Wednesday could go down if they get punished. Yeah, well, Sheffield Wednesday, they're too massive for League One, though, aren't they? Sheffield Wednesday.
Paul's only having a joke with Ben over the tram stop, so we're all
Ben's
right.
going to stop
that.
coming in. He gets that mushy
He
pubes.
gets stick every time. He gets stick every time he comes in. Yeah, he loves it. He loves it.
It's a
He loves
come
being
in
the
disguise.
he loves being the underdog.
Come in under a pseudonym next time. Start Ipswich bashing.
Harrogate 1-0 winners versus Boreham Wood. Will play either Notts County or Barnet. Oh yes, of course. That's it. Isn't it? They've got to play, and then is that right? And then they've got to play This is to qualify to play the ones above, isn't it?
Oh,
Is that right?
right. Yes.
Wigan could stay
Not
up,
very
and Sheffield Wednesday could go down if they get punished. Oh my gosh, that's big news, isn't it?
It's just the whole league this season has been an absolute shambles from Bolton and Bury at the start to all this now. It potentially could get worse. I mean, if clubs are in financial problems now, are they all going to manage to fulfil the fixtures next season? Especially if there's no fans going in. It's just
Forest
disaster.
must be a bit sick, actually. Yeah, they did bottle the playoffs on the last day, didn't they? And let Swansea
the
in.
very last minute. Oh gosh.
I know. Honestly,
It's a shame. Well, they never win the playoffs. Anyway, we mentioned that in the quiz the other week, didn't we? They never got to the final. They've been in them 4 times and they reached. They said, "What's the point? Just prolonging the agony. Might as well just not bother going in them at all. They just can't." Swansea managed to squeeze in. Reminded me when we did it on the last day of the season when we went.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. Really, it reminds us as well.
So yeah, Leeds, West Brom got promoted, so they did that on the last day on Wednesday as well. So National League playoffs were
Oh,
covering.
Nick Muller, Fleetwood are getting a new nickname, the Bus Stop Boys. Lawrence did go to the DW Stadium when Newcastle last played there on a Wednesday night in December in Championship. I was just saying, yeah, it's a very good stadium, the DW Stadium. It's a bit. It's just obviously just stand. You know, there's no corners on it, but it's a big stadium. Isn't
It was
it?
always too big for them, wasn't it?
Yeah, always too big.
And it was a little bit in the middle of nowhere. I think they built stuff around it now because we always used to. In the old days, we used to go and drink in the Swan and Railway. And then they moved the ground, and I don't know whether it was an early kickoff or something the one day, and we just weren't in, we weren't allowed in the pubs or something, and we ended up in Frankie and Benny's drinking cocktails before the match because that was all there was. So that was quite good fun actually. We went back afterwards for more cocktails. I don't know if we won or not, but yeah, I love Wigan.
Harrogate have beaten Boreham Wood 1-0 full time.
Oh.
There you are. Well, one Kong says Sheffield Wednesday were charged for misconduct by the EFL in November over the sale of Hillsborough Stadium to their owner. Oh, so it's a misconduct charge. Does that receive, though, the full 12 points, though, for that? Would that of misconduct? I'm not quite sure. It's just breaching rules, though, isn't it? I don't.
Yeah.
Did they get that much of it?
This season, Jerry, went on for 5 years. EFL didn't exactly help us, did they? No. Well, no, they didn't. But the Premier League as well. It was the Premier League that were also at fault there because the fit and proper ownership test didn't happen properly, did it? I think Owen wasn't allowed to be still involved as a director at the time we were in the Premier League, but his name never got taken off the club, so that they didn't monitor that properly, did they? So it's all.
Nick Muller's saying the league should have been scrapped from day one.
Well, in retrospect, you would, wouldn't you? You would. Lawrence Taylor, at least Forest can have Jack Colback back since Newcastle just got rid of him.
Oh.
And Nick, you're not famous anymore? More than you? Oh, gosh. Mr. Moley, did you know that Anya, the sister of Karl Marx, was a prolific inventor? Oh, God, I know what's coming. Her most successful invention was a starting pistol. Anya Marx. Oh, do you make these up, Mr. Moley? Do you? You could write a book, honestly. That's good. I like that one. Cosvlogs, can we get Barry McKay back? Jordan might disagree there.
Oh.
Go to Celtic. I'll meet you at Celtic Park. Class atmosphere. Yeah, I'd like to go to Celtic. Better than Ibrox, apparently. Oh gosh, well that's a whole nother argument, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, this is getting into. There's a bit of a showdown going on here with everybody. We've got Fleetwood against Ipswich. We've got
fights.
Celtic against Rangers. It's all good stuff. I would actually like to experience a Glasgow derby. I would imagine it's amazing.
I'd be terrified.
Paul, Folwell Blue Nose. Hi, Paul from Birmingham. How are you doing? We're great. How are you doing? Are you still doing vlogs? I saw one a couple of weeks ago, didn't I? Posted on it. Yeah, it's nice to see you, Paul. I imagine Ibrox is immense on its day. I would imagine it is. I would imagine both of those Scottish grounds are amazing to go to.
Just looking back again at this football pride that's going on today, just to see what else is going on tonight. I'm not going to tell you what's clashing with us because it's now, but at 6 o'clock there's a live DJ set from the Nightingale Club in Birmingham. Proud Baggies presents the Richie Anderson Divas versus Girl Bands virtual live DJ set. So that might be worth tuning in on.
Ryan Dunbar said that if you go to Rangers, they will look after you, Jane. Don't be terrified.
Oh, well, that's nice.
You'll be looked after. You'll be given the keys to the city. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, that would be, yes.
What's this? Nick Muller went to the classic football shirt shop. I asked him when did they start making shirts for adults. He thinks 1990 for clubs international was 1980.
All right, yeah, because it never used to be a thing, did it?
No, I didn't. Football shirts were never a thing when I was a kid. I don't really remember football shirts. You did used to get some sort of shirts, but I remember Blackpool didn't. I don't remember Blackpool shirts as a kid. Derby County were charged in January over alleged breaches of financial rules following a review of the club's profitability and sustainability submissions. I'll tell you what.
Corrupt, isn't it?
They might. Wigan might be safe because everybody's.
Barnsley have put a statement out today, just basically saying how wonderful and squeaky clean they are, and all these other clubs are bad, and some club owes them money for a transfer from August of last year, and this, that, and the other, and aren't they wonderful? So they're fighting for their lives, aren't they? Because they'll be the ones that go down if Wigan don't. So.
Yeah. So, well, it's a big thing for Barnsley, isn't it? Really. Oh, Mr. Molly doesn't seem to think Glasgow derbies are great. He says if you enjoy being surrounded by Union Jacks and the Irish tricolour. Oh,
I like. There's a good pun here at Football Pride. 10 o'clock is Murder on Zidane's Floor.
Oh,
which
pun on Zinedine Zidane.
Yeah, which is celebrating Football Pride as part of Football v Homophobia's day of events exploring all things queer and football. Get ready for the ultimate in-home dance party as our DJs take to the decks to provide the soundtrack to your Saturday night with non-stop quarantunes.
Wow, it sounds really exciting. We're going to watch this tonight.
MOZF will run via Zoom meetings. You can choose to share your video or not during the party. As with our physical spaces, we operate a zero-tolerance policy to harassment of any kind. Yeah, this does sound good, actually. We're definitely watching the worst football song ever contest at 7:45.
Paul is saying he likes the top that I've got, and it was like a training top from the Wonga, from the Premier League season. I really like it. I've got it. It's a bit worn on the back in it, but I still like it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You don't like it so much, do you?
I'm going to get a drink, so I'll let you hold the fort for a
Okay. Right, well, we're also, Ryan is saying here that if we come up, he's going to be our guide. Yeah, so if we come up, we've got to give him a shout and he will be our tour guide of Rangers. Well, that will be absolutely great. Liam White is getting in here. There's no trophies at Ibrox. Most of them are bought. Oh, blimey. So what do you think of that? Yes, Ryan Dunbar, give it back with. We have a trophy room and you lot have a cabinet. Nick Muller, I told him about the man in last week's stream who had 900 shirts. He told me they had 1,600 in the shop and it's a big shop. Yes, I must admit, I'm not sure about these 900 shirts. I don't know where you put them all. Like I say, if you can, even in a club shop, they've only got 1,600. You'd need a very big room for 900 football shirts. Paul voted for us in the blogging awards. He voted for us and Brummy Joe.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paul. We appreciate that. Oh, it's getting a bit heated in the chat here at the moment.
Oh, well, shall we try and calm it down a little bit? I've had this in the post this week. A Blackpool fan, a lady whose dad, whose late father was a Blackpool fan, found this when she was going through his things. It's
You need to bring it in.
and asked if I would like it. It's a Blackpool Football Club official handbook. Price £1. And this is from 1960 something. But it's we've got season ticket prices in here. So season tickets for the 69-70 season may be obtained from the ticket office at the Bloomfield Road Ground, Blackpool, at the following prices. Guess how much 1969-70 season ticket was. We'll say for the cop, the Spy and Cop adults. 1969-70, and a clue, there's no increase in prices for the forthcoming season, so it was the same as the 68-69 season. So guess how much a season ticket for 69-70 for the Spy and Cop adults was.
Can you guess? Can you guess, folks?
I'll leave that with you for a minute.
Post in the comments below.
But this is also, I mean, it's great. There's all sorts of great adverts in here from the time. There's adverts for Pontins, and all sorts of different.
What Blackpool has to offer? Ballrooms.
Yeah, ballrooms, greyhound racing. Is that still there? The greyhound racing? Did they get rid of that?
Yeah, no, that's where the.
Is that where that pub was that they're knocking down?
That's where the Odeon is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just see if I can catch up.
Never been to the Waxworks.
Oh, we'll have to go.
Nice picture of the tower
Ryan's
there.
reminded us that his missus is actually a Celtic fan, so it's all banter with him, really. So that's really good. His girlfriend's a Celtic fan, which is
Fiancé.
Adam Clark, hello, I'm at Nan House and I'm asking should we go for 6th place next season. I've been saying this because it's a bit hard to get to the top, and also we're only getting this greatness now. I think we're going to get promoted. We were going for top 2.
Stanley Mortensen was our manager at the time. That's a picture.
You might have to
give this to you.
Yeah, show it right up to the. Let's see, I'll try and get myself out. Yeah.
Morty the manager. No sponsors on the shirts back then.
Paul Maynard says the tracksuit top Puma, my friend, getting in the new spirit, my friend. Yeah, I think all this new Puma gear looks great. Actually, I'm really excited about it. I quite like that blue top that they had behind the interview hung up. I thought it looked really nice.
Yeah. Oh, North Pier, 1969 attractions. We've got the Mexico Bar. What could be nicer than a quiet and relaxing drink in a gay Caribbean setting with ocean view and overlooking the beach? Got the Merry England Bar, which is still there, of course. No charge all day for deck chairs. Golden Gate Casino. From the Jetty Angling, a most popular spot for fishermen.
Wow. Nick says there's a shop in London that has shirts from all over the place. It's called Classic Shirts. Wow. Daniel Techers voted for us in the Football Content Awards. And his mate Robert got in for the best non-league creator as well. Wow. Well, we'll probably get to meet him.
Hopefully. Norbreck Hydro.
Yeah, Greyhound Racing was where Blackpool Borough played. Yeah, on Princess Street. It's now the Odeon. One Kung Tai says, Lee, can you check out United Stand? They make great vlogs, especially European away day vlogs. Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that one.
We might be doing European away days ourselves.
United Stand. Yeah. How many followers have they got? I mean, blimey, if you follow United. I mean, we follow Blackpool, but if you follow United, blimey.
Have we had any guesses on the season ticket for the COP 69-70 season?
Oh, Ryan's missus is down at Blackpool at the caravan park in Staining. Altrincham a 2-0 up at York. Oh, blimey. York 2-0 down, but means nothing if Gateshead can't get the job done this evening. Well, good luck to Gateshead and you, Sharky. We hope it's a great game. We hope they do well.
I'm going to tell you because no one's guessing. Season ticket of 69.70 for the Spine Cop was £4. 4 shillings.
Was that for a season ticket?
For a season ticket.
£4, 4 shillings.
But if you wanted a West Stand Reserve box, that was £10.
Wow. God. Wow. Could you imagine that now?
But interestingly here, they've got the shop. The following items, along with many others, are available from the development shop at the Bloomfield Road ground. The shop is open daily from 9am to 12:30pm and 2pm to 5pm when places used to shut at lunchtimes. Tangerine and white teddies. Blackpool FC tie, maroon or blue. Go figure. Blazer badges. Blackpool FC supporters club bags. Scarves. Bob hats. Car badges. Car stickers. Cufflinks. Key rings. Pennants. Pennants? Are they?
Oh, that stuff would be a comb and a case.
Embroidered badges, pens, tangerine and white pens playing, comb and case, yeah. Assorted players' photographs, assorted programmes of other clubs, programme holders, polo neck sweaters in Bry nylon, green and navy with badge, and Gonk car mascots in club colours. So yeah, they had polo neck sweaters, but they didn't have any shirts.
No,
in
they didn't have.
so.
You couldn't get a shirt.
That's interesting.
Paul Orkney, hello Paul. He's got a song here. We can sing this. Jerry Yates, Jerry Yates. He gets the ball and scores a goal. Jerry Yates.
Well, let's hope
that'll do. We'll Jane's knowledge is outstanding.
Is it? So
says Nappa's mum. It is, honestly. She comes up with a. But somebody sent you this, haven't they? So somebody sent you this as a. Watch because they read your Jane's blog, which is great actually. Jane's blog, if you haven't read it already.
For tea and coffee merchants, Messrs. Ismail and Co. Limited, are the ones that used to sponsor the
they did.
Red West Ham.
I'll try and get it up to the light a little bit there. Oops. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's it. Very good. Did we establish what year it was?
1968, 9.
68, 69. Wow, and it was just £10.
Yeah, it's a 68, 69 squad there.
Right, 68, 69. Who was the squad? Let's have a look. Terry Alcock, Graham Rowe, Tommy Hutchinson, Jerry Ingham, Graham Oates, Tommy Thompson, Ronnie Brown, John McPhee, Tom White, Glyn James, Alan Taylor, Kevin Thomas, John Craven, Henry Mowbray, Brian Dean. We got Tony Green, Jimmy Armfield, manager of Stan Morrison's, Alan Suddick, Alan Skirton, Les Fisher. And then we've got Paul Brown, Dennis Wan. Dennis Wan, I met Dennis on that night I went to for the Paul Sorella. Dave
Sorella,
Dave Sorella, yeah. Gordon Masson, Kenny Boardman, Jeffrey Hesketh, Rob Thomas, and Steve Harrison. Wow. They were young then, though, weren't they? Some of those, they were really young in the front row. Dennis Wan was there. Wow.
Liam says Alex Griffin rated Bluefield Bear 19th. Yeah, but he's won by a football fan site in Chile. Rated him number 1.
Yeah.
So that's all that matters. Alex Griffin doesn't matter, but the Football League fans in Chile, they're where it's at.
I did do a protest video on that, as you've probably seen. I did protest about it very
livid.
strongly.
I
was livid, and so was PC Bobby Bobblestock. And, yeah, if you want to laugh, just watch my rant.
It was so funny. I was just
somewhere down in the videos, Bluefield Bear 19th, not something. But
you were in here filming that, weren't you? And I was just like walking in the hall out there, and I could hear him ranting. Like, what's he ranting about? It's all about Bluefield Bear.
I couldn't say that. I couldn't say the word PC Bobby Bobblestock. I still can't. So all these teddies were in rage.
We need to get back in with the teddies because teddies are what you need in this day and age.
John Craven went on to do news round.
In fact, it was a Teddy who sent me this handbook, actually. It's a Teddy that I know on Twitter.
Oh, right. Tom Jackson used to work for John McPhee at the Sheraton when he owned it. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, he owned the Sheraton for a while, didn't he? St Albans has got the expensive ticket prices. That's why not a lot of fans are coming into the ground. Yeah, well, it does affect it if your prices are too much.
Yeah.
The old Colris Hotel on the Prom, the previous owners were Pill fans, and knew I was a Pill fan and gave me a shed load of free merch from Pill. Wow, that's really nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh yes, Ryan sent me a link to the Pi Sports thing. Oh yes, Pi Sports. They've got like the Sky Sports logo, but it's Pi Sports.
Yes.
Okay,
what's her name? PC Bobby Bubbles.
Oh, you get Bobble as well. All right. Oh yeah, I gotta have a look at this.
What's this?
The pie thing that you pick 442 and they send you the pies.
Ah.
Right.
Okay. Oh, is this the thing that Ryan had told us before?
Right. Okay.
You pick 4.
Shop now.
Shop now. We're doing it now. Live Oh, so what we got?
So
There's a 3-5-2,
4-3-3,
a
4-4-2. 4-4-2. So you got steak and gravy, scotch, or macaroni. Ooh.
Tony Macaroni.
Tony Macaroni, and you can have jumbo sausage rolls as well. Or you can have 5 and 5. Oh, there's the VAR, the vegan alternative range.
Oh, wow, it's really creative, isn't it?
4 vegan scotch pie, 4 vegan sausage rolls, with 5 vegan bovrils. You do vegan bovril? That's a thing.
Wow.
Gosh, that is interesting, isn't
That's
it?
an interesting
That's
website.
pretty cool. Yeah,
I love the
thanks for
fact it's
sending
called Pie Sports, which is really, really good. Ben said, a great stream as normal. Thank you very much, Ben. And I hope you had a good workout at the gym. And we'll definitely chat with you about, doing some sort of Zoom call. I don't know if you caught Little Matt. For those that arrived late, we had a live stream at halftime, where I had a chat with Little Matt, as a Blackpool fan's been on quite a few of our videos. And if anybody would like to do a Zoom call with me, just contact me on Twitter or on Instagram, and we'll arrange some live stream chats with people, and we can put them on in our halftime break. It's our new little thing, isn't it?
Stop press. This is interesting.
Go
The dugout, the substitutes. We've got skinny scotch pies, red hot chili pies.
Ooh.
And cheesy bean pies. This is where it's at in the pies.
That sounds amazing.
I don't know what a skinny Scotch pie is.
A skinny Scotch
Is that
pie?
with no pastry? What's a skinny Scotch pie? Red hot chili pie sounds amazing, and the cheesy bean pies sound great as well. Although I'm not really allowed cheese, I'm not really allowed pies. But I'm interested. I'm interested in that. You can get it with or without bovrils.
Ben's up for so we're gonna have Ben on a Zoom chat. Ryan's, I think you were first in, so we'll get to chat with you this week. He's messaged me on Instagram. Thank you, Ryan. We're getting lots of thanks here. I think we're coming up. I think we may have gone.
It is 46.
We
now
are
in
into
time.
injury time. So any last sort of things you want to ask us before we go until Tuesday night quiz, which will be on at 8 p.m. Tuesday night on our quiz night. Please join in. We'd like a few more to come in.
Yes, I've started writing that already.
Yeah, we've already got the anagrams for you. They're done. They're in the bag. Nick Muller says he hopes the season doesn't start then stop again. Well, I think everybody's hoping that, aren't we?
Well, who knows? I think I was saying earlier this week, we're better equipped to cope for an outbreak of flu or whatever might be coming. Coronavirus comes back. We're all hand sanitizing, we're socially distancing, we're wearing our masks, and we're washing our hands, and we're a lot less likely to contract it than we were last year, I think.
Everybody go and watch Daniel Tekker's video on his YouTube. We're going to watch it. Chelsea versus Man United. It's got 200 views. It's a good one. It took him a long time to do it. So we'll check that out, Daniel. We will check that out for you after the show.
Although obviously it wasn't here last year, was it? So
Mr. Moley hasn't recovered from last week's quiz yet.
Oh no, yeah, that was a bit of a shocker because Mr. Moley was winning by quite a margin. I think you were at 4 points in the league going into the last round, but there was
last round.
There was 17 points up for grabs in the last round, and Karen just pipped him by a point.
We're actually thinking that might be a thing that we might do, where we have one big round at the end, which could which
turn
kind
everything round.
Turns everything.
Well, it's like
round.
Eurovision. The way they do Eurovision now, you get all your votes coming in, you think someone's won, and then all of a sudden you get all the the judges' votes come in, or the public vote, whichever way around they do it, and then whoom, they can change things completely. So yeah, that was quite exciting. So I have to think what we can do for a final round this week.
Our favourite Newcastle fan, our Newcastle vlogger, Toon Army TV. We'll give him another plug. Subscribe to his channel. He's great. He's a great lad called Sharky. He says, cheers for a good stream, some good debates this afternoon. Stay safe, keep well, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Great.
Yeah,
good luck to Gateshead. Hope they win tonight for you, Sharky.
Yeah,
Lawrence will see us on Tuesday. Ryan will see us on Tuesday.
Paul, are you ready? Are you ready to go back to Blackpool soon? I have a new baby with me for you guys to meet.
Wow,
that's exciting.
Wow,
news,
okay. What, you take a baby to the football during this?
I'm not sure you can.
During COVID,
because my friend Liz had young children, and they weren't sure about the changing facilities at Blackpool, what they've got there. So that's something that you're going to have to start thinking about, things like that, and which clubs have got have got the changing facilities, because some of them don't. I think I think she wrote something for the fanzine about I think it was Southend she was going to go to, but it was somewhere she couldn't go because the baby changing facilities were in the home end only, and they wouldn't let her in there, and it was all a bit. So that's I think clubs aren't necessarily keen on having young children, babies.
Paul is joining us for the quiz on Tuesday. Paul.
Oh, fab! Yeah,
great. We'll see you there. See how well you're doing. Our football quiz. It's a toughie. It's
Mr. Mola says he was robbed by
the votes of the Swedish jury. Oh gosh, yes.
Scottish jury, I think.
Ryan is off to watch the Rangers versus Coventry. York are losing 2-0. Daniel Teckers for thank you. Great stream. Really appreciate it.
Really appreciate you.
Tom Jackson, all the best guys. I'm off to quiz at the number 4 pub on Tuesday, so I won't be around for your quiz, but I'll check it out later. Yeah,
you get number 4 pub.
It's up on Newton Drive, just further up from the number 3. You turn right up Newton Drive, and it's on the left, just before you get to Stanley. Just not before Stanley Park, but just after the traffic lights should turn towards Stanley Park.
Oh, right. Well,
right. Well, that's it. Thank you very much. I don't think there's anything else. Any last minute things come through?
It's great that you're back supporting your pubs, Tom. Pubs are good.
Don't forget to give the video a like and tell your friends that we live stream.
Yeah, Nick says no babies in arms allowed in grounds. Yeah,
we don't know what's going to happen when the football comes back, whether we'll be doing a sort of an iStream follow sort of thing.
Yeah, because we were saying, we've only got 8, well, probably 7 now live streams left until we're back at the football. So it depends. If we're back at the football, obviously these will stop then. If we're watching them on iFollow, then maybe we'll watch them and still be here with you and share it with you. Maybe we'll just have to see how it goes. But I guess you'll be watching your teams at that time. So, but maybe we can watch our teams together and watch the games. That could be quite interesting, actually, couldn't it? So, it's a win-win anyway. If we're back at football, we're back at football. If we're not, we'll still be here and see you and do this on Saturday. So.
Paul says if you're not allowed, he'll come and see us outside anyway, because Jane will be stood selling her fanzines on Bloomfield Road, so you know where we stand near the old number 1 club, the old Sam Thai Casino. We're always stood there if you want to come and have a chat with us.
Ryan says the number 4 is next to the number 3, next to the number 2, just left from the number 1.
Yes, it is.
Well, the number 1 is no more, is it? And I don't know what happened to number 2, but I know where number 3 is. Used to work by the number 3 at the top of.
It's been great fun. We've had a really good time. It's been great to see all you guys. We really do appreciate you that stay right the way through the stream and support us. And it's it makes us come back and do it. Daniel Teckers, we will do a Zoom call with you. Don't worry. I'll try and get as many done as I can, and then we're just going to put one on obviously every week. We don't want to,
So we've got room for 7.
So we've got room for 7 or 8, have we, before we end? So it's all. Try and get as many of you on our.
Ryan says he'll be doing that in a couple of weeks, watching Rangers and us both at 3 p.m.
Oh,
all right, cool. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that goes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you Tuesday for the quiz.
See you all, folks. Gotta go. It's been fun. It's been emotional. Goodbye from me and goodbye from
me.